Hi, Sepulpa High School. This is John Marshall, the DrillMaster. Elbows need to be relaxed. You need to tuck those elbows, guards. Spacing is a bit inconsistent there. Now it's consistent now that you've stopped. Watch that thumb. Right guard. Don't bend your don't mirror the movements there, guards, and don't bend your leg. You're supposed to have your I know that the Marine Corps doesn't do this. You're supposed to follow Army technique, so there's supposed to be a half facing movement outward. Also, color bearers, you're supposed to use the Marine Corps technique to bring the staff down underneath the arm, into the armpit.
MCJROTC is reporting in for the unarmed regulation portion of this drill
So,
competition.
colors, you should be lifting the staffs by now.
56.20. Mission operator to left, sir. Aye, sir.
What I don't understand why you just did you don't salute colors when they're. I'm quite confused. I have not seen that before. You don't salute the colors when they're down like that. You don't even keep the colors down at the with the staff horizontal. And why do you have your left hands on the staff still? Unsling arms is not the command. The command is actually there's no command for this. It's actually, but if you're going to give a command, it's going to be tighten slings. Unsling is order arms with a loose sling. So your commander, you're garbling your voice a little bit. You're and you shouldn't be. That's going to be detrimental on your vocal cords. So try to make sure that you're being clear. Elbows. Got to make sure elbows. Also, left guard there, the forearm is supposed to. Right guard, you're supposed to be on the outside for that counter march. But again, now at this competition, you're supposed to be using the Army training circular, which requires both guards to be at right shoulder. So tempo here is increasing when you're at half step and also when you're at a marked time for the turns and the counter march. So you need to make sure that your tempo is consistent all the time while you're marching. So the trim is actually for a purpose. You're supposed to gather that flag underneath the right arm, and MCJROTC flag bearer, you didn't gather the flag. If you place your left hand on the socket and bring that staff up briskly, quickly, you'll be able to execute that.
Right turn, march.
So, since Marine Corps technique requires the arms to be static, what you shouldn't do is follow the thigh. So you can see how the hands are lifted up on the thigh as you're marching or even marking time. And again, and I'd like to also mention that mark time requires the foot to be lifted off the deck 2 inches at the toe, 4 inches at the heel.
Ready. Run.
Good job on the eyes right and ready front, but alignment is lacking. It's unfortunate that that teams are forced to use the Army training circular. So you can see the inconsistent step heights for each of the feet. You can also see that spacing is a little inconsistent here as well. Spacing is tending to expand and contract depending on what's going on. Now, I wanted to mention also that the American flag is always higher is a myth. Both of the sockets really should be as closely aligned as possible. The colors harnesses really need to be adjusted so that both the flags are as close as possible to the same height, and that's in the Marine Corps order. Now, since the harness is worn underneath the belt, then that means that if there's a big difference in the waistline height, which there is a slight difference in the waistline for the color bearer cadets here, then that's the only exception, but it needs to be minimal. The Marine Corps JROTC flag then needs to be minimally lower than the American, or in your case it would be national. So I hope my comments are helpful. Thank you.